Tantoru Titus Maasi.
This is Dwayne St. Nicholas, and I approve this message.
KUAM News headlines are presented by Calvo's Insurance, a legacy of trust. Serving Micronesia since 1938, Matson celebrating 25 years of commitment to Guam, Micronesia, and the CNMI. Cars Plus, Guam's leader in sustainability and electric vehicles. Learn more at carsplusguam.com. McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it, and King's Restaurant, serving your local breakfast, lunch, and dinner favorites for over 45 years.
Ahead on KUAM News Primetime, the polls are open. Our team of reporters bringing you a look at the voting sites from the CNMI to the north, central, and south of Guam. Plus, the national midterm election also underway. Our coverage brings us stateside with voter reaction out there. And yet another suspicious white powdery substance forces first responders to take action in Zotnia. Investigators giving the all clear after determining no threat.
Hafa and good evening, everyone. Welcome to Primetime this Super Tuesday. I'm Nick Delgado. Well, we got a lot to get to tonight, and tonight the race is on Decision 2022 starting at 7 o'clock today. Our team of reporters going from top to bottom of the island and even up in the CNMI to bring you a look at what drew voters out this Super Tuesday. We begin with a look at the largest voting district in Guam in the north, where our Hannah Devanzo leads us off.
The time has come for the voters to decide who they want as our next elected officials. I'm visiting a few of the northern polling sites where there's the largest amount of registered voters. Voters in Jigo and Dedido at the ready.
I decided to vote because I want good leaders.
Here at FB Leon Guerrero Middle School, Jenalyn Abinales is a mother who shares why her vote matters.
I want good leaders in there to really help us grow the economy and also be able to fight for our women's rights, because I do have 2 daughters as well, with everything that's been going on with Roe versus Wade, but as well as supporting a more healthy economy. So if we have the right leaders in office, the better for us to grow and not stay stagnant, especially with the pandemic where we were stagnant for so long, where we see that the tourism industry hasn't helped us as much as we wanted to, where we thought it would be, but now we have to look for something that's different. We can't do the same things we did before.
Each one walking in and out with ease, deciding who will lead Guam.
Just to try to make a difference.
Anything, what qualities are you looking for in your next elected officials?
Nothing last year.
Hi, why'd you decide to come and vote?
I just want to.
I need to vote, making sure our voices get heard.
Yeah, what issues would you like to see politicians address?
Gosh, education more.
They're promising the new hospital, maybe, and better school, like the Sanchez and the rest.
Just wouldn't do their job, that's all.
Any issues you see in the community you'd like addressed?
Nothing that I can do about, anything about, but oh no, I will say one thing, all these dogs, that's all I'm gonna say. All these dogs, get rid of them.
And outside of the voting sites, supporters for the gubernatorial teams rally for all in and a new season.
Well, they're the best choice for this election, and they have a plan that they've achieved, and they have a plan moving forward. And so we have a very prosperous, promising, encouraging 4 years to look forward to. And they're the best choice on the ballot for governor and lieutenant governor.
Because they're very good people and they're honest. And that's what I like about them. So please come out and vote. Please vote Camacho Ada.
Tonight we'll find out who the voters elected into office. In the meantime, we'll toss it over to Matsuki Hirayama, who's visiting the central polling sites.
Thanks, Hannah. I'm here at the central polling sites to speak with the people of Guam as they cast their ballots this general election. Let's take a look on how they're feeling this morning. The central part of the island brought a flurry of voters out this election day.
I'm a long resident of Guam, and I still see the same thing for the last 8 years when I didn't vote the last time. So I voted today because it's our right, a privilege for us, but I really look forward to seeing some sort of changes because 8 years to me has not much.
We need to make sure that the people that get voted for the Board of Education are the ones who are responsible for the schools and that they try to do what they can. And those who are in charge of power and water, we're electing them again today. They get in, they better do what they can to make our power and water rates affordable.
We checked out JFK High, the home of the Islanders, where both candidates running to be the next governor of Guam casted their ballots.
Fantastic. I'm very, very happy and just grateful, to the good Lord for the journey that He's taken me on together with Tony, of course my wife Joanne and Annette, Tony's wife, and all the wonderful people that we've met throughout the campaign. So very happy.
I just voted and I feel very optimistic and I feel very confident and I feel very satisfied that I've done my duty as a civic citizen for the people of Guam.
Former Governor Felix Camacho, the challenger, and incumbent Governor Lou Leon Guerrero speaking to the media about the issues.
We got to take it beyond just Guam. This is a regional and international problem. The drugs is so. Those involved in the drug trade right now, they're part of a large organization that is beyond the shores of Guam, and we're going to need federal assistance to tackle this.
You can't be complaining if you're not there being part of the solution, and part of your solution is voicing your right to vote and select those candidates who you feel will lead our island forward in many challenges ahead of us.
On the opposite end of the island, education, infrastructure, the military buildup, and more are just a few of the issues voters we spoke with at Warden Chalampago share they want leaders to focus on.
Making sure that, the important things such as public safety, education, our hospitals, are paramount, and that these candidates keep their promises, with their platforms that they're going to make this a priority.
Excited, kind of wondering where the future of Guam goes, but very excited.
And do you have anything you want to say to our candidates or any issues you want fixed?
Yeah, I think both of them are, both parties, both the governor and Felix Camacho and Lou Leon Guerrero, both camps are passionate. They care about Guam. So I think for me, there's certain things that I would like to see in our future, and hopefully the best person wins.
As you just saw, people are pretty vocal here in the central polling sites about the issues they want fixed here on Guam. In the meantime, we'll toss it over to you, Daniel, in the south.
Thanks, Mitsuki. The southern part of Guam is no exception. One after another, voters are seen entering and leaving the polling site. We caught up with voters in Jutnya Rules, each sounding off on issues they want addressed by those running for office, like retired teacher Paz Padua.
I know what is happening in the classroom, so we really need more materials and more support for the teachers. Now they gave them the raise, right? But we need to support them, construction of more classrooms.
She knows it's been years since our island's public schools received any type of renovation. For Jutnya voter Frank Ishizaki, a key topic he wants to address is the lack of community safety.
Crime is high, drug abuse is very, very high, and the economy sucks. So we got to do better. For crime and drugs, I think we got to rethink how to do crime and drugs. And I think there's some things we need to do. Even the prison, recidivism very high. We got to find different ways to deal with convicts. And I'm into community corrections. I want more prisoners going home. I'm hiring more parole officers, more probation officers. And if they can't comply, then we lock them up.
We saw a similar scene around the south, including over in Hagat. Now let's toss it up to the Northern Marianas, where our regional correspondent Tomas Maglonia is checking in with voters there.
Thank you, Daniel. Yes, it's been a super week of voting as early voting wrapped up yesterday. And today, NMI voters heading to the polls from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. A registered 19,000 voters, making it a historic election.
Because people need to hear what they can do for us.
A record number of registered voters making their voices heard.
I need to exercise my vote and we need change.
Dozens of supporters crowding the entrances to polling places across Saipan in a final push for their party slate. Voters telling KUAM the process was smooth this morning.
It's always important to give your vote because if you have something that you want to fix in the community or you need help, that's why we vote them in so they're there to help us.
A third of registered voters cast their ballots in the past week. Voter turnout could reach a record high as well. A three-way gubernatorial race in their party slate energizing voters across the NMI.
I'm sick and tired of this corruption here on Saipan. It's very embarrassing for our Commonwealth here.
Voters marking their ballots with pride and passion for their candidates who they want to see sit in office next year. Tomas Manglonia for KUAM News reporting on Saipan.
And election experts think this year's midterm will set voter turnout records. What's driving the surge? Concerns over inflation and crime top the list for Republicans. For Democrats, restoring abortion rights may have lost its motivational punch. Christian Benavides talked to voters and breaks it down.
When Tony Bergida, the chair of the Kansas Young Republicans, cast an early vote, he had one issue top of mind.
Over the last 2 years, our grocery bill has risen from $400 a month to about $1,200 right now.
Crime is another pressing issue for many Republicans. Peter Eith travels the country selling security systems.
I do see a lot of crime increase since COVID, I feel like. People are just living in fear. People are scared.
Republican leaders predict concerns over crime and inflation will lead to a massive red wave on Election Day. And while the economy is also a concern for Democrats, Atlanta resident Cynthia Jones says the reversal of Roe v. Wade is her main reason for voting.
Before then, you had to go to back alleys.
But Democrats fear fewer voters are focused on abortion rights, so their messaging is pivoting to Republican threats of dismantling Social Security and Medicare. For Portland student Brian Montes, he feels after the January 6th attack, democracy's on the ballot.
We can't really fix climate change. We can't help the healthcare system. We can't bring relief to students across this country until we have faith in our democracy.
Election experts say that when all the votes are counted, the most important issue will be buy-in from voters. For democracy to work, there has to be trust that election systems can produce accurate and honest outcomes. CBS News Elections and Surveys Director Anthony Salvanto says voters should expect election certification delays because vote counting takes time.
Going slow doesn't mean it's wrong or doesn't mean there's any problems. It's just patience.
There could be many races that could take days to finalize. Christian Benavides, CBS News, Tampa, Florida.
And for your up-to-date National Election Night coverage, make sure to tune in to NBC TV 8 beginning at 11 in the morning on Wednesday for the very latest. Well, we have more local news to bring you in a moment. Keep it here. You're watching KUAM.
Half a day. I'm Eddie Calvo, and I've had the good fortune of knowing and working with attorney Tom Fisher for several years. Tom is a highly intelligent man who knows the law, and he's very serious and mission-driven. He's focused on getting things done right, and he doesn't waste time. Smart, determined, and efficient, and that's exactly what we need in the legislature. Please vote for Thomas Fisher for Senator.
I'm Tom Fisher, and I approve this message.
The all-new Hyundai Tucson.
I want my streaming. I want my TV. Ooh, streaming TV. Switch between live TV and your favorite streaming apps with DTV Plus from Docomo Pacific. Watch your shows in multiple devices all at the same time, all from your home Wi-Fi. No cable lines, no hassle, more savings for only $35 a month with your Link bundle. DTV Plus, your cable TV on Wi-Fi. Ooh, streaming TV.
My name is Lisa Tahaji. I'm from the village of Yamatic. I lost my job during COVID. For 1 year, I was staying with a family member, but I knew I had to find a place to stay. I was desperately looking for a home. I found out about the Relief Center from the Governor Liu and Lieutenant Governor Josh's Facebook page. I wasn't sure if they could help, but I thought I'd take a chance. I walked into the center and the staff were so understanding and compassionate, they helped me. Within a week, through their assistance, I was called to sign a lease agreement. My kids and I now have a roof over our heads, and I'm grateful for the help of the administration and the Relief Center. For anyone who needs any government assistance, I encourage you to visit the Relief Center. They are there to help.
Hafide, this is Amanda Shelton. It is an honor to serve you in the legislature. Since 2019, we've worked together on issues great and small to make our island more livable, more sustainable, and to facilitate opportunities for all. And in 2022, your vote matters more than ever. I urge you to vote on November 8th, and I humbly ask for the honor of one of your votes this election. Seduas Maasi.
Paid for by the Committee to Elect Amanda Shelton, number 6 Democrat, Johnny Cole Torres Treasurer.
What you need to know from the Northern Marianas. Follow KUAM CNMI on Instagram for the latest regional headlines.
Welcome back. Well, Dzotnyu residents were on high alert after this morning package containing an unknown white powdery substance was brought to the village fire station out of caution. Guam Fire Department spokesperson Nick Garrido says the package was picked up at the Guam main facility and brought to the station at 8 this morning. The package was secured while GFD Hazmat and Guam National Guard civil support team investigated. Turns out it was baking soda. A similar incident happened at Barragata Post Office last week. The all clear was given just after 12 this afternoon. And from knowing each other's operating capabilities to refining tactics when it comes to crisis response, Jonah Gancharfers has more from Camp Laws, where recent training was held for federal and local fire departments.
A vacant housing area in Marine Corps Camp Laws is where several firefighters from local and federal fire departments took part in training that focused on truck company operations and supporting functions. This type of training allows firefighters to work together and refine tactics, ultimately increasing their crisis response capabilities as emergency responders. Chris Connolly is a Joint Region Marianas Fire Chief.
And really that's kind of the nexus of why we're here today, is that we know each other's operating capabilities. Training is paramount, and we just need to keep doing reps, as we call it, in training. Regardless of how many calls we run, we still have to do the training reps.
4 modules were set up throughout the area, allowing firefighters to hone their skills in a controlled environment with the latest concepts. Guam Fire Department Battalion Chief and Training Operations Chief Dean Uggan.
Utilizing deploying ground ladders. The next module is the aerial ladder, finding, locating, extricating victims from an elevated platform. The third module will be forcible entry, conducting primary, secondary search and rescue. And the final module is vehicle extrication.
And overseeing the vehicle extrication was Sunny Kitutu, a firefighter and paramedic with Naval Base Guam.
The main object here is to have tool familiarization, so we can practice using our the tools we have on our apparatus to extricate a patient from a vehicle, stabilize the vehicle, so that we're able to provide that solid patient care and stay safe at the same time.
For Senior Airman Jack Warner from Anderson Fire and Emergency Services, taking part in the Tactical Ground Ladders module allowed him to see the lifting techniques from other fire departments and how they communicate.
Everyone at Anderson loves to train. We love getting out here, meeting everyone, meeting new people, networking. We really love coming out here and doing what we do best.
This joint training event is just one of many set to take place. Jonah Gancharfers, KUAM News.
Well, now for a look at your world at home. Here's a view captured today from our cameraman Carlito Rozansky. He couldn't help himself but go down south today to capture this iconic heart display in Molesu, looking out into Coco's Lagoon. The beautiful sunny day down south this Super Tuesday. The Guam National Weather Service predicting Wednesday will be mostly cloudy with 20 to 50% chance of rain.
Tamarita girl, native island girl, there's no other girl like you.
My name is Lisa Tahaji. I'm from the village of Umatic. I lost my job during COVID. For 1 year, I was staying with a family member, but I knew I had to find a place to stay. I was desperately looking for a home. I found out about the Relief Center from the Governor Lou and Lieutenant Governor Josh's Facebook page. I wasn't sure if they could help, but I thought I'd take a chance. I walked into the center and the staff were so understanding and compassionate, they helped me. Within a week, through their assistance, I was called to sign a lease agreement. My kids and I now have a roof over our heads, and I'm grateful for the help of the administration and the Relief Center. For anyone who needs any government assistance, I encourage you to visit the Relief Center. They are there to help.
Introducing the new Choice Bundles from GTA. Choose from the services you want and save big when you bundle. Fast internet speeds, unlimited mobile data, digital TV that you can stream anywhere, and digital home phone for Guam's most reliable network. The more you choose, the more you save. Over $1,000 a year. And for a limited time, bundle Internet 75 or higher and get a $100 account credit. Visit GTA.net and use our bundle calculator to see how much you can save. GTA, we start with you.
Enjoy the deliciously saucy McRib. Only for a limited time and only at McDonald's.
The legendary McRib is back. Pair it with fries and a drink for a limited time.
My name is Lisa Tahaji. I'm from the village of Umatic. I lost my job during COVID. For 1 year, I was staying with a family member, but I knew I had to find a place to stay. I was desperately looking for a home. I found out about the Relief Center from the Governor Lou and Lieutenant Governor Josh's Facebook page. I wasn't sure if they could help, but I thought I'd take a chance. I walked into the center and the staff were so understanding and compassionate, they helped me. Within a week, through their assistance, I was called to sign a lease agreement. My kids and I now have a roof over our heads, and I'm grateful for the help of the administration and the Relief Center. For anyone who needs any government assistance, I encourage you to visit the Relief Center. They are there to help.
KUAM Sports is brought to you by Docomo Pacific. Better together.
What's up, Guam? Dave Delgado here for KUAM Sports. Thanks for watching. On the show tonight, girls high school basketball. The JFK Islanders travel to Jigo to face the Simon Sanchez Sharks. Check it out. Sanchez playing host to the Islanders in the Eastern Girls Basketball League. The Sharks came out knocking down some shots. Zyla Soriano hit 4 from the outside. She was the only player for the home team who hit a 3-point shot. Ronafe Olette comes up with the loose ball and starts making her way down court. Olette with the layup. Sharks grab the early lead. Olette working on the defender. No look pass to Soriano in the corner. Bang, bang. All net from long range. Jada Hahn with the heads-up play on defense. Hahn with the steal going glass for the finish. Off the inbound, Ronafe finds Kana Kanemoto open after setting a screen. Kanemoto with the easy bucket baseline. She finished the game with 7 points. Olette dropping dimes. Assist here to Brittany Gatme for the short-range shot. Sanchez lighting up the scoreboard. Francesca Aguilar put up 10 points in the first half as JFK trailed 27-20. JFK's Layla Smart with the pull-up 3. Swagger! Aguilar was whipping it up. Nice pass to Jody Halili, who finishes it off with the short shot off the backboard. Olette returns a favor at the opposite end of the court. Nice dish to Paula Mikado for 2 points. The Islanders turn it up in the second half. Layla Smart to Halili, back to Aguilar for the score. JFK with the win 61-44. Jada Hahn and Layla Smart both finished the game with 18. Jody Halili put up 11. Francesca Aguilar added 10.
KUAM Sports is brought to you by Docomo Pacific. Better together.
My name is Leonza Selvage, and I have a 4-year-old daughter who goes to lots of learning daycare. So with the rising cost of living, it helps tremendously with bills. I don't have to worry about paying for childcare services. Knowing that this program is offered to our people, most especially our children, I think something to definitely be grateful for. I learned about Programan Panilan from the mayor's offices here, and my initial reaction to the program, I was actually in disbelief that this program offered free childcare services to our people. I wanted to give my mom a break for a little bit, so when I found out about the program, I jumped right on it. I was relieved because childcare at no cost. I'm thankful for this program because I don't have to worry about an extra set of bills coming my way. I'm grateful to the governor, the lieutenant governor, everyone behind the scenes that made this happen.
Need help paying for childcare? Guam families can receive financial support through Programan Panilan. Learn more and apply at guamchildcare.com.
Calvo Select Care's comprehensive medical provider network offers our members choice and access to quality facilities locally in Asia, Hawaii, and the continental United States. We provide our members several wellness programs and healthy options to improve their overall health status. Calvo Select Care, healthcare that's always there for you. Contact us today for more information.
Howdy, folks. Nobody loves a Guam potluck more than I do. That's why I always bring my world-famous chicken, served any way you like it. Original recipe, extra crispy tenders, Kentucky Fried Wings, and more. All right. And nothing completes a meal like KFC's signature sides. Hot mashed potatoes with gravy, coleslaw, and a flaky biscuit. The world's favorite chicken, right here on the island, and only at KFC Guam. Whoops! Well, it is finger-looking good.
My name is Lisa Tahaji. I'm from the village of Yamatic. I lost my job during COVID. For 1 year, I was staying with a family member, but I knew I had to find a place to stay. I was desperately looking for a home. I found out about the Relief Center from the Governor Liu and Lieutenant Governor Josh's Facebook page. I wasn't sure if they could help, but I thought I'd take a chance. I walked into the center and the staff were so understanding and compassionate, they helped me. Within a week, through their assistance, I was called to sign a lease agreement. My kids and I now have a roof over our heads, and I'm grateful for the help of the administration and the Relief Center. For anyone who needs any government assistance, I encourage you to visit the Relief Center. They are there to help.
Finally tonight, your Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club shoutouts you submitted on KUAM.com.
Happy birthday to Anaya LeVay Torres Flores. Celebrates birthday number 9. And to my granddaughter, we love you and hope you enjoy your special day. Love Mommy, Anaya, Jacob, Papa, and Auntie Jennifer. Jason Conception, happy birthday number 8 to you. And to my granddaughter, love with Grandma from Grandma Cruz and the family. Chelsea Babalta, happy birthday number 13 to you. And we hope your day was blessed and many more birthdays to come. Love the Regis and Babalta familias. And belated birthday wishes going out to Layla Ludwig. May this blessing for your special day be a joyous time. See, Mary, Mr. B, and the rest of the familia are sending you all of their love.
And that's our show, but don't go too far. Starting at 10:30 tonight, KUAM's Decision 2022 coverage begins. We will have election results for you throughout the night until the final vote is in. We'll see you soon.
Welcome back, everybody. Here is Claire Calvo with Weekly Renewal.
Weekly Renewal is brought to you by Calvo Select Care.
Half a day, I'm Claire Calvo bringing you your weekly renewal. Today I'm here with Risha Ugin, who is a licensed professional counselor and most recently a quantum healing hypnotherapist. Welcome, Risha.
Thank you.
Thank you. I just had the most incredible transformative experience. I was actually I tried out the quantum healing hypnotherapy and it was incredible. But I wanted to talk overall just about, first of all, what inspired you to become a counselor?
You know, I get asked this question a lot, but I think the most sincere answer is I grew up very sensitive with a ton of emotions and not really knowing how to work through them. But as I was introduced to psychology, Sister Dorothy in Academy, it opened up to the world to there is a reason behind all of this. There is a reason behind your emotions, your thoughts, and from there I just never lost interest.
I think most of us, though, we're feeling beings, right? And I think a lot of times, especially at a young age, when we're kind of told to shut down or, stop crying or, basically don't emote.
Right.
We're kind of given those messages young, and how opposite is it to what we're truly, because I'm sure in your practice you have seen the repercussions of shutting down and suppressing, repressing emotions. So, especially now that, we're coming along up on the holidays, like whether or not it's the holidays, can you share, what are some tools people, if they choose, that's the other thing. It used to be so taboo to see a therapist, and a lot has changed over the years, right? Everyone has therapy.
I believe that.
But what are some tools that you could offer, So, obviously it won't be like a full-on therapy session, but what are tools people could reach towards and use if they're feeling anxiety, for instance?
Right. I think you made a very good point that we were told not to feel our uncomfortable emotions mostly.
Right.
Like anxiety, fear. But we're learning now that that's not helpful for us.
Well, what are some of the repercussions of not allowing that?
Well, it can go into your physical body. It could actually, the worst case scenario is it could, even studies have shown it can even cause cancer at some point. Yeah, they've related anger to cancer or holding in anger. So there's studies that show now that it's related, right? Your emotions to your physical body, mind, heart, spirit.
Right.
So some things you can do are, the basic thing is just allow your emotions, right? I think with the holiday season coming up, it's going to be stressful. Sometimes you add more to your plate. And so sometimes stress can actually trigger certain emotions. It can trigger stress, it can trigger anxiety, it can trigger depression, sadness, feeling depressed or feeling irritated. Then from there you can kind of try to navigate, okay, why am I feeling this way? And sometimes we don't even know, and that's where therapy really helps, right? Is to try and figure that out. Okay, where is it really coming from? And how can I make it better?
Yeah. Well, I could self-attest. Just having that experience with you earlier with the quantum healing hypnotherapy, me coming in here, I really want to know what this is about, and trying to get, and of course, what can take you somewhere quicker than something like hypnotherapy. But I want to also touch on that a little bit, because quantum healing hypnotherapy is different than conventional hypnotherapy. Can you explain the difference?
Yes. So it was founded by this hypnotherapist. Her name is Dolores Cannon. My brother introduced me to her, so I did a training to be certified in quantum healing hypnosis. So what it does is it really takes you back to a different, some would say past life, but it just takes you to a time in your under your hypnosis where that can kind of show you a lesson that's related to this time in your life.
Right.
So there's two parts of it. That's the first part, and then the second part is your taps into, I would say, she calls it the subconscious, but I would call it to the part of you that is not blocked by your ego or by your mind or overthinking. And during the hypnosis, as you experience, you get to ask that part of you questions, and you answer from that place, that place that's not conditioned by anything from society, that's just really authentically you.
Right. And how rare is that, right? How are we, there's so much influence everywhere,
Right.
From our families, from our community, from social media, Although we try to say, oh, we're not influenced, but, isn't that what a belief is? It's like a repeated thought. It's kind of similarly with behavior. I don't know.
Absolutely. We're influenced from the time we're a baby.
Right.
they found that we're actually influenced from the time that we're in the womb. Because if your mother is stressed, the baby will already pick up that it's a stressful world. So the time that we're even in the womb to the time we're a baby and we say this is good for you, formula is good for you, breast milk is good for you, we're already being conditioned to what society or the person that's caring for you, the person that's with you, thinks is best for you, and sometimes it's not.
That's incredible. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you next time for part 2 of this edition with Risha again.
Weekly Renewal is brought to you by Calvo's Select Care.
And don't touch that remote, because when we come back, more Health, Home, and Lifestyle.
Hafide, this is Amanda Shelton. It is an honor to serve you in the legislature. Since 2019, we've worked together on issues great and small to make our island more livable, more sustainable, and to facilitate opportunities for all. And in 2022, your vote matters more than ever. I urge you to vote on November 8th, and I humbly ask for the honor of one of your votes this election. Seduas Maasi.
Paid for by the Committee to Elect Amanda Shelton, number 6 Democrat, Johnny Cole Torres Treasurer.
I can't make that amount work right now.
Mom,
what is it?
Can I get new basketball shoes?
We'll see.
Can I please have $20 for my field trip?
I don't know. Can I go to my friend's house after school?
Anak, hindi pwede.
We're all trying our best to make ends meet. The governor's child care programs are helping businesses and working families care for Guam's kids. This ad is paid for with funds administered by the Department of Public Health and Social Services. Visit guamchildcare.com to apply today.
My name is Lisa Tahaji. I'm from the village of Umatic. I lost my job during COVID. For 1 year, I was staying with a family member, but I knew I had to find a place to stay. I was desperately looking for a home. I found out about the Relief Center from the Governor Lou and Lieutenant Governor Josh's Facebook page. I wasn't sure if they could help, but I thought I'd take a chance. I walked into the center and the staff were so understanding and compassionate, they helped me. Within a week, through their assistance, I was called to sign a lease agreement. My kids and I now have a roof over our heads, and I'm grateful for the help of the administration and the Relief Center. For anyone who needs any government assistance, I encourage you to visit the Relief Center. They are there to help.
It's coming. The time of year we've all been waiting for. Prepare yourself. Because on November 25th, 2022, Breeze 93.9 FM goes strictly Christmas. All day, every day through January 1st. So get ready for Christmas music 24/7 on the stations playing the soundtrack of your life.
Up at everybody, another Health, Home, and Lifestyle edition. But this time, we're at the Guam Regional Medical City, where we'll be talking about respiratory care advancement with Dr. Michael Augustine and Dr. Robert Salas, who are part of GRMC's pulmonary department. Doc, really cool respiratory care that you guys have here, but how did it all start?
So everything had started upon the build-up of this hospital. I think one of the things that, again, one of the main things that this hospital would like to actually pursue is actually advancement in subspecialty care. And aside from cardiology, neurosurgery, neurology, neuroscience, surgery, pulmonary had been one of the things that actually had been the very core of this hospital. At that time, we were actually integrating pulmonary with ICU.
Pulmonary with ICU.
Exactly.
Did this happen also as we were fighting the COVID pandemic here?
So at that time, again, we were initially when we started in 2016, we were only looking into having an outpatient pulmonary department. And as we actually go with this, we started to build some subspecialty service within the pulmonary department. One of the things that we have started here in Guam is the build-up of our own pulmonary lab. Bob is actually our respiratory therapist, and he takes care of this pulmonary lab that we have here. We have actually a state-of-the-art pulmonary laboratory, which actually we cater with procedures that are at par with some of the tertiary hospitals, teaching hospitals in this in the mainland U.S. We have our own pulmonary function test, asthma testing, cardiopulmonary exercise test, and a lot more of testing that we do actually in-house for this. After that, we actually ventured into other primary diseases of the lungs. All right. So again, I think understanding the 4 important diseases that plague the island would actually would help us understand and why we built this center here at GRMC. One would be smoking-related disease. That is, again, one of the bulk of patients that we see. That's where Bob, actually, in his pulmonary lab, we screen all these patients and we do all the testing to see the severity of smoking-related disease. The other 2 important things would be the acute diseases, not only COVID. Right? We've seen a lot of patients being admitted because of pneumonia, asthma, COPD, and that's where the team of Greg Cruz and the whole respiratory team come into play, that they take care of the patient here and at least bridge them so that they can get discharged. Okay? The third one would be chronic debilitating disease, in which we actually have our pulmonary rehabilitation that could continue their care when they get out of the hospital. And the last important component of diseases that plague Guam is lung cancer. And again, over the past 3 years, that's where we actually put so much emphasis in diagnostic and also treatment for lung cancer.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
Fast, fun, and easy. That's how your home Wi-Fi should be. So start with an internet plan that fits your budget. Introducing your home Wi-Fi starter pack, also known as WISP. Enjoy up to 25 megabits per second for as low as $35 a month. Plus, a free router with your wireless subscription. That's hours of movies, games, social media, and more endless fun. Get your Wi-Fi starter pack today only at Docomo Pacific. Better together. Additional conditions may apply.
Honey, do you want some milk?
Do you ever wonder how your favorite products make their way into your local stores? Most arrive on state-of-the-art Matson vessels that transport containers of food, household items, equipment, and supplies into the islands every week. Because we know that you depend on us, we work closely with our partners to ensure that our shipments arrive on time, all the time, so you can find your favorite products when you need them. We transport the region's most precious cargo that supports successful businesses and promotes a better quality of life for our families. Matson is proud to have been the hometown shipping carrier for Guam, the CNMI, and Micronesia for the past 25 years, and you can count on us to be here for generations to come.
Half a day.
Hi.
That will be $20, please.
I forgot my Mobile Smiles driver's rewards card.
No worries. You can now use your registered mobile number to earn points.
Can I use my mobile number to redeem rewards?
Sure. Just show us your photo ID or driver's license.
That's easy.
Hello, I'm Gunnery Sergeant Ruben Tan from Marine Corps Base Camp Blas.
personally asking you to join me in supporting the Marine Corps Toys for Tots program by collecting new and unwrapped toys for children this year. The Toys for Tots program, now in its 13th year on island, has partnered with the Chamber of Commerce, Matson Navigation Company, Catholic Social Services, and the Salvation Army to make this holiday season a time to remember for kids and teens throughout Guam. You may drop off your new and unwrapped toys between now and December 10th in any of our boxes throughout Guam or at the KUAM studio. We ask that when purchasing this year, please also remember gifts for older children and young teenagers. On behalf of the U.S. Marine Corps and the KUAM Care Force, we thank you for coming together and sharing the spirit of this holiday season.
Properties in the Tropics is your weekly roundup of the hottest properties on Guam. Every Thursday, get a virtual walkthrough of homes, apartments, townhomes, and land available for lease, rent, or sale, with a breakdown of the most important info, including costs, features, and of course, location details. Watch it on KO News Hotspot at 11 a.m. on streaming and TV8, or catch the encore at 5 p.m. on TV11. You can also check out each installment on Instagram too. Properties in the Tropics is presented by Remax Diamond Realty.
Join us in saluting those making strides and serving in our armed forces every Tuesday on the KUAM News Instagram account. These weekly posts round up profiles of Guamanians receiving accolades in the armed forces, those stationed on Guam making a difference in our community, and veterans being recognized for their service. Presented by Future Smiles Orthodontics. Build a brighter future with a brighter smile.
Thank you for that, Dr. Mike. Yeah. Mr. Salas, of course, you're a key player in this department, but I just like to ask how big of a role do you play in helping treat patients?
Well, number-wise, we're really busy as far as testing goes. Mm-hmm. There's not a day goes that we have any downtime. So there's a big need for the testing to go on. With the testing comes diagnosis. From there, we're looking at the right pathway, how to treat the person the right way. And I'm just thankful that it's a multidisciplinary approach. We have respiratory, we have rehab, we have cardio, and everyone gives a little bit, but a lot, just for the patient's care. And I'm a respiratory therapist, by the way.
So, just to wrap everything up, when you guys work with your patients and help them get better, mm-hmm. what are usually their main concerns?
One of the main concerns of the patients, because again, we cater on adult care. One of them is how far they could actually get out of the work. Again, these are debilitating diseases. If you're short of breath, you can't work. If you're short of breath, you can't attend to family. And this is where we actually come into play to give them prompt diagnosis and treatment. But there are other things that would be more of an advanced diagnostic and treatment, such as, for example, lung cancer or a severe infection, where the hospital actually played an important role, where people get in, if they're really sick, get diagnosed and treated here in the hospital. At the same time, we can transition them better when they get out of the hospital. So I think this is more of trying to understand, again, what are the things that the patient can miss in terms of work, in terms of family, when we try to treat them. And the sooner we can diagnose them, the sooner we could treat them, the sooner they can get back to their baseline.
Mr. Salas, would you like to add on to that?
No, I'm just happy that we have this capacity right now in Guam, just to help people, the way that we do here.
All right, that's super great. You guys always do a good job here. Lastly, any message to those who may feel like they have a little tightness in their lungs but don't want to seek medical care?
So the good thing about it, for the past few years, Guam had already advanced in terms their capacity of diagnostics and treatment, that people don't need to go off island for this basic and also for this subspecialty care. I think going to your primary care is important. Your primary care, again, we communicate with them on a regular basis, and we would cater for every respiratory need here in the island, in the same way that at least, again, we could discuss your illness with your family. That's important for you, and not only you, but also your family would understand what type of respiratory illness that you have, and we could work together in treating and making you back to your baseline health.
All right, well, that is just one key player in respiratory care advancement here at GRMC. Don't go anywhere. More Health, Home, and Lifestyle when we come back.
I'll be back in a sec.
We can't wait forever.
All your nacho fries, please.
Can't be mad. We got you nacho fries.
Made with Mexican spices, made for nacho cheese sauce, only at Taco Bell.
My name is Leonza Selvage, and I have a 4-year-old daughter who goes to lots of learning daycare. So with the rising cost of living, it helps tremendously with bills. I don't have to worry about paying for childcare services. Knowing that this program is offered to our people, most especially our children, I think something to definitely be grateful for. I learned about Programan Panilan from the mayor's offices here, and my initial reaction to the program, I was actually in disbelief that this program offered free childcare services to our people. I wanted to give my mom a break for a little bit, so when I found out about the program, I jumped right on it. I was relieved because childcare at no cost. I'm thankful for this program because I don't have to worry about an extra set of bills coming my way. I'm grateful to the governor, the lieutenant governor, everyone behind the scenes that made this happen.
Need help paying for childcare? Guam families can receive financial support through Programan Pinilan. Learn more and apply at guamchildcare.com.
The all-new Hyundai Tucson.
MTO Maintenance will now completely sanitize your home, office, or business with state-of-the-art commercial sprayers. For over 30 years, MTO Maintenance has been committed to the health and safety of our customers. And now, more than ever, a clean home, office, carpets, and furniture is a necessity to our island. Give us a call today. Stay healthy and stay safe, Guam.
Call 647-6861 for an appointment.
Half a day. I'm Gunnery Sergeant Ruben Tan from Marine Corps Base Camp Blas, personally asking you to join me in supporting the Marine Corps Toys for Tots program by collecting new and unwrapped toys for children this year. The Toys for Tots program, now in its 8th year in the CNMI, has partnered with the Saipan Chamber of Commerce, Lady Diane Tours Foundation, and the associated students of NMC to make this holiday season a time to remember for kids and teens throughout the Commonwealth. You may drop off your new and unwrapped toys today through December 10th at any of the 30 businesses who are currently participating in our campaign throughout Saipan, the Lady Diane Tours Foundation, Commonwealth Bureau of Military Affairs, and CNMI Women's Affairs offices. We kindly ask that when purchasing this year, to please remember gifts for older children and young teenagers. On behalf of the United States Marine Corps and the KUAM Care Force, we thank you for coming together and sharing the spirit of the season.
It's Feed Me Fridays on KUAM News Hotspot. Good eats, good company, and beyond good chow. With Team KUAM checking out Guam's most tantalizing, tempting menu items every Friday on KUAM News Hotspot or stream online. Brought to you by Devondale, real milk from free grazing cows.
Do you love live sports? Then you need GTA Digital TV. GTA has the most sports SD and HD channels on Guam. ESPN, Fox, NFL Network and Red Zone, NBA TV in HD, and so much more. We got MMA and...
that was the highlight of my week, so thank you guys for that. And if you don't know what we're talking about, check it out on our YouTube channel. Really
yeah,
fun.
that was a lot of fun, Jason.
It was food for the mind as well as the stomach.
That's right.
Well, you know what? I'm so glad we went that day because I didn't even realize they still have that mango cobbler. I'm hooked.
I know, and the fact that I got to steal your ice cream was, just bonus and everything. But tell you what, so
And the Panacana.
And the Panacana. There you go. Well, we are going to talk about real estate topics today. Something I've wanted to talk about with both of you, because both of you are, such tenured members of Guam's real estate community. I wanted to talk, Liz and Gina, about, there's so many different multimedia ways in the modern real estate market to show off a property. You can do virtual reality exhibits. You can do a video where you walk through, and we have a show that runs on our channel's Properties in the Tropics, which is fantastic. It's absolutely wonderful. But I'm thinking, when you do that kind of tour, as well as like an in-person tour, what do you as realtors try and highlight? Or, when you're taking someone either through a commercial property or a home for residential customers, and you're going through, the bedrooms, the bathrooms, the kitchen, the hallways, and everything like that. What points of interest are you really trying to illuminate, and how do you direct and guide someone's attention?
Actually, Jason, before we take people out, sometimes we usually set up an appointment, especially if they're on island. I don't just run around. I send them data information on what property is available. However, my preference, have them come in, because I don't want to spin anyone's wheels, and I don't want to spin my wheels. So we'd have a discussion, whether it's in person or online, where we would talk about what's important to them, what are they looking for, what amenities are associated with the properties they're looking at, whether it be for rent or purchase. And then what I would do is go through the MLS data sheets and say, okay, these are the properties that are available. Which one stands out for you? Which one are you most interested in? And then we kind of narrow down the list before we go out, because I think some people would just run around and show properties, but I'd like to fine tune it in terms of showing them what they would like best. And then we go from there. And I usually have them rank. If you see this particular property, what aspects of the property do you like? And then we narrow down the list, and I have them rank it. So, for example, if they say, okay, I like property A, B, and C, and then I ask them, what about it do you like? And if for some reason a certain property was not included in that list, I will already know from their ranking, okay, we can add this to the list, and then go from there. And then they start to narrow down their selection. But I always have them rank it, which is number 1, number 2, and number 3.
So basically, and you would look at that and you say, of the various properties that you ranked or rated, it seemed like they had like little island in the kitchen had in common and everything. So I'm gonna try and find, properties that have that. Okay.
Exactly.
So you're basically doing like what Netflix does with movies, and what Amazon does with with books and items, and I guess eHarmony does with like dating. So ladies, Valentine's Day is kind of a ways off, but do you two see yourself as like little cupids, where you're flying around with a bow and arrow, like with a heart shaped, and like you can sense when you can fire it at someone, it hits them right in the behind, and then it's like, oh, okay, this is home.
That's that's a beauty, and it certainly feels good when you've helped them find that home that they're happy with. I mean, that's always the key. Did we match them with the right property, and how do they feel about it? So that gives us joy.
Okay, every day not that you're actually literally trying to shoot people in the behind with bows and arrows. Metaphor.
No, Jace, every day is Valentine's for us. When we nail it, every day is Valentine's for us.
Wow. That's perfect. So we're just going to stop there, because I was trying to think of some classy way to, but that's perfect. So if you felt that as I did, and we hope all of you did, that's here, and here.
And here. And your dogging.
There you go. All right, ladies, thank you so much. I can't believe we just said that. Okay, we'll see you next week, assuming we don't get thrown off the air. All right, bye-bye, everybody.
Okay.
That's what editing's for.
There you go. In the end, right.